people's traumas, their background, how they grew up, how they were abused, and all kinds of experiences that they've had in life can affect your marriage, and it does. So take your time getting to know your person. Take your time understanding their background. Take your time understanding what their traumas are, what they've gone through, and how that affects them in marriage, how that affects them in a relationship. It can be as simple as growing without a father, like me, being rejected by your father at an early age, and finding it hard to take a no from your partner. I know for the longest time, my husband had to deal with me overreacting when he says no to something, and he will say no. It may be, no, babe, I don't have time now. Let's do this later. And it feels like he's rejecting me. It took therapy for me to work through that, and it took him being patient with me. So it's important to understand the traumas that your partner has gone through, the background that they come from, their family dynamics. You need to know them and know their people. You need to know who you're marrying, because the families we come from, the experiences that we've had, create the people that we are. And we walk into marriage with people who are emotionally unstable in some areas, and that becomes a challenge in your marriage. So take your time, love them, but understand the traumas and understand how you work around, through them. If they need to go to therapy and you guys need to work through it, do that. But you need to acknowledge that the person comes from a particular background that comes with particular emotional impacts to them, which means that they're going to need a special handling around some areas, right? And it can be sometimes not just the family that you grew up from, it can be relationships that they've been through before you. It can be an abusive relationship that they've been through, where they have been psychologically and physically abused, and the way that they think is no longer the healthiest one.